you really, really want it, all you gotta do is get up on your dig heels out. You know what we're talking about. You know what it's gonna do. You made it. Shuck it up, quack, quack. We got to get into it. Everything's alleged. Do your own research. We're gonna get lit up in this piece. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, we have to get into it, okay? Because relationships are so glamorized. But people don't really know what it takes to be in relationships, stay in a relationship, and what most relationships go through. And if they did know, they probably wouldn't be so invested in getting a relationship super fast. So we're here to talk about relationships of convenience. So a lot of you may be like, what's convenience? A convenient relationship is a relationship that is not even about just love. It's about y'all like each other or something about the next person, and you're just trying to see where it's going to go, if it can lead to anywhere. Now, usually in relationships, there's at least one person who's more invested in a relationship than the other person. Not always, of course, because thankfully there are some relationships that are really come around once in a lifetime. And those, is just really lucky and blissful from what I heard, But that's usually when you found your twin flame or the person that's meant for you, your other half, the one you're equally yoked to. But a lot of people marry like their soulmate or the person that teach them lessons or a person that's just available, okay? And that's just what it is. And with that being said, that means that, yes, of course, we're going to have a lot of marriages ending in divorce. Of course, we're going to have a lot of relationships ending. But a lot of times with relationships, that's why they break up, get back together, break up, get back together. Because people have to fulfill this fantasy of, I'm not successful if I don't have a partner, or I'm not successful if I don't have kids, or I'm not doing anything in life if I don't have somebody who I'm in a relationship for 20, 30 years, because that's what my mom did. That's what my auntie did. That's what my friend did. Or I want to make sure people see me as that person who's validated, valuable, important, because my man loves me. My man wants me. Now, keep in mind, I've seen it happen before. People will fake the phone. And that's kind of what social media is kind of bad, because you'll see all these pictures of the perfect pictures of what everybody wants to present to you, what you think is the perfect relationship. And just like in the fairy books, when you were a kid, you're going to be like, oh, woe is me. Like, I want that to be me. I want to kiss the prince. I want to kiss the frog. And so you just glamorize it more than what it is. And so you make leaps and bounds to fulfill this standard of what you think a relationship should be. And the fact of you need to be in a relationship, because nobody wants to admit that they can't find their person. But a lot of times you're not going to find your person. You're going to find the person that will do for now or is convenient. And I'm just going to be honest. So don't feel bad if you're not in a relationship, because a lot of times those relationships are not perfect. They're not ideal. And are these people going to tell you that? No, heck not. I shall not. You won't know the craziness, the stamina they have to put up with and endure with to keep some of these relationships together. And the funny part is, despite the toxicity, despite the over and over roller coaster of trying to make the thing work, years and years and years of falling in and out, some of them will go to the altar. And it was like, well, we've been together for 4 or 5 years, might as well. But no, you really shouldn't, because that's why most relationships end in divorce. Okay, so it's not that surprising. Um, it's sad. It's sad that people feel like they have to impress somebody else. Because to be honest, that was one of the earlier reasons why I felt like I was needing to be in a relationship, because I constantly felt like, I couldn't find that person for me. And I'm thinking, okay, is there something wrong with me? Because this person can't have a flaw every time. This person can't have a flaw every time. And I don't want to just be having relationships with this person, that person, this person, that person, but they're not checking all of my boxes. Something's missing, you know? I don't want to be going to sleep at night, lonely, bed cold, nobody on the other end. As a woman, you want to be safe. So, they do say a man defines a wife, right? So it didn't say that the woman had to love the man, but they did say that, the man should love the woman. So that's why it's definitely more important for the man to pursue you. And, we have these things called arranged marriages. We have people who don't take love very seriously when it comes to relationships. Okay? Sometimes people marry for, what both parties can bring to the relationship, whether it's the profession, the money, the entertainment, the friends, the social lights, the social arena, the leveling up, the spending. Some people get in relationships to divide the income and split the bills. It's just what it is. So don't ever feel like you have to be in a relationship or something's wrong with you, because people will pressure you all day long, have you feeling like something's wrong with you when it's actually something wrong with them on most occasions. Because I guarantee you, most of the time, one of them is miserable. One of them is not happy, or one of them is not into the person as is the other person as much as the other person is. Okay? Because what do you want to do? You want to fulfill your needs. You have pleasure needs. You have physical needs. And if that's the only person around to help you out in that department, y'all kind of link up and agree to disagree, agree to work it out, agree to push through, despite the things that get on your nerves, despite the things that make you so annoyed. That's why you hear so many couples like, oh, they get on my nerves, or you so annoying, you're so crazy, you're so silly, stuff like that. Those are the telltale signs, because those are my telltale signs that I knew a relationship, it was time for me to leave. You constantly get on my nerves. I'm constantly rolling my eyes. I'm constantly not impressed. I'm constantly annoyed with everything you do. Like, those are the red flags, and those are the signs that you're settling. But you have the option to settle, or in most cases you'll be alone for years. I'm not talking about 2, 3, a couple. I'm talking about decades. Because to be honest, it's really sad. But I honestly can't say that I was in any relationship and I was just totally in love. You know what I'm saying? And the kicker is, I've been married. Okay? Shh, don't tell nobody, right? But it's just the thing. It's just like I was trying to fulfill this picture, this fantasy, or I didn't want to be the person who never got married, or they waited till they were 40 and 50 and hadn't gotten married. So, and I wanted to be with somebody permanent if I'm gonna be doing adult teen things, you know what I'm saying? And so it just kind of worked out. I was attracted to the person, don't get me wrong. I was very attracted to the person, but yeah, they got on my nerves. So when you are having a person that's constantly getting on your nerves, constantly ticking you off, or not checking all your boxes, it's hard to fall in love with a person like that. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you have some kind of attraction, it can kind of work. Or if one person likes the person more than the other, it usually can work. Okay? But what I'm saying is, just because you get in a relationship doesn't mean people are in love. Okay? So we really need to get out of this point of where we're glamorizing the situation. Okay? That's why you see women proposing to men, because women are chasers nowadays. Now, usually that means the woman likes the man more. Usually, that's why I said it's not hard to point it out who's more into the other one. Because usually it's unlevel. It's an uneven playing field. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you start off not really feeling somebody or liking somebody doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to continue to be the whole relationship, your whole time of knowing that person. Because people can change. People can evolve. People can show you a better version of themselves if they become a better version of themselves. But what I'm saying is, it's usually an uneven dynamic. But you have those people who want the kids, the house, the white picket fence, their dream relationship, their dream job, and everybody around them is getting married or having babies. They feel pressured. And some people will even stay in a relationship, do all relationship duties, and don't really like the person they're with. And it's just what it is. Now, you probably be shocked. Be like, well, he married me. That means he's in love with me. That means I'm his all. Baby, stop. Pump the brakes. Hold up. First of all, look at yourself. No, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, hopefully he does. Hopefully she does. But it doesn't always mean that for sure. Because sometimes you can even look at a person in a relationship and they just look like they're so tired, they're so worn out, they're so beat up, they want to be somewhere else. So, at the end of the day, there's ups and downs, or ebbs and flows. Sometimes you're going good and it's like perfect. Other times it's going bad and you have to readjust things and so forth. So, with that being said, Masika made a good point. And I wish I would have kind of known that when I was younger. It was like, because I was looking for love. I wanted the fairy tale. So shame on the fairy tales, because sometimes people don't get their fairy tale. Now, they're out there, but a lot of times you may not find them until in your older age. But Masika said, don't marry for love. Marry for money. So with that being said, if you have to settle, if you have to risk just being with somebody who you're completely different from, or somebody who may not check all your boxes, then make sure you marry for the money, the benefits. Now, people may say, okay, that's crazy, that's unrealistic, but in reality, it's not that far-fetched, because so many people are actually doing it and don't even know it. You didn't know that feeling like it's something off in a relationship? Yeah, because there is. Or he's not acting the same as he used to. Yeah, because he got you now. He don't have to. Or she don't have to do the things that she did, you know? She got the image that she wanted. Now you got to do is ride it till the wheels fall off, okay? So, yeah, just because you wiped up, booed up, doesn't mean that y'all are in love. So if you're not going to be in love, you might as well get something from the relationship. And especially if y'all are having intimate moments together that can lead to little boys and little girls coming forth into this world, you might as well be with somebody that you have a foundation with. Now, keep in mind, a lot of times people are at least attracted to the person, okay? Because I know for me, I can't even do it if I'm not attracted to you, okay? But as far as the personality situation, nobody's going to be exactly like you, so that's why I said you kind of got to adjust, okay? And so if you're going to adjust, as long as they look good and you can deal with them, be with them. Especially if y'all have perks and benefits of wealth possibilities. And that's just what it is. Especially if you're not going to find the love, you might as well have the money. And that's why most marriages fail, because they lack of money. And on top of that, some people sadly get in a relationship with people they're not attracted to too. And some of them are arranged and this and that. Now, I wouldn't advise that, because if you got to be intimate, have intimate moments and kissing and all that, at least be attracted to the person. But even now, people don't even care about that nowadays. And I want to know, do you feel it's so wrong for people to settle? Or do you rather them be single for 50 years or however long it takes? Y'all let me know down below. That's just my opinion. Now, also keep in mind that people are definitely out there that are in love. And you can smell it off their skin. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it by the way they talk about the loved one. So it's really not hard to tell when it's love, 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 love. Okay? It's love really doesn't die. If you really, really love somebody, you're not thinking about going to the next person. You're not thinking about divorce. You're thinking about that person being with you the rest of your life. Those are the ideal couples. But sadly enough, the ideal couples are not always what you're going to get. So, are you that person that wants to keep up with the idea of a kid, family, and you settle after a certain age if you haven't found your ideal person? Or do you stay single for 20, 30, 40 years until you find your perfect person? Let me know down below, because I'm just curious. Me, I wish I would have waited, to be honest. But at the end of the day, I also wish I didn't wait, because I would have been really, really, really lonely. Because like I said, I'm over 30. I probably didn't say that, but I still have not found a person that just really, I was just head over heels for. And time is ticking. So I wish I would have, at this point, just found me somebody who I could grow with. But at the same time, I know love is out there, but sometimes it just takes a while to get over it. But to be honest, the relationships that I had, that I did just jump in, and I wasn't totally in it, I, first of all, knew that it wasn't going to probably last, but it was also tiring, stressful, unnecessary annoyance. On top of the other stuff you have to deal with in life, I really don't want to deal with the stress and annoyance of settling anymore in my older age. Just because I'm capable of taking care of my own bills, I'm capable of taking care of myself, and I don't want the stress doing it, you know? So I also don't care if I'm alone, because I really don't feel like I want to settle. But if a person can be 80% of what I'm looking for, I don't really consider that settling, you know? But also, you know, I have a couple prospects, but some of them I overlooked in the past, which is the funny part, the real funny part. And they match up to at least 80% of what I'm looking for, or at least 90%. So, with that being said, it's just a lot that I wish I would have known in my journey of relationships for conveniences, but it is what it is. Okay, we're on the road to 1K. Please support the effort if you can, or if you may. If not, I definitely understand, and thank you so much for stopping by his house. Appreciate you. Please comment down below. Your thoughts, very important to me, and I do appreciate all your comments, because I know you don't have to. I appreciate all the subscribes, because I know you don't have to. And definitely your opinion is very valuable to me. So I will be looking forward to seeing you at the bottom of the screen. Okay? And also at the bottom of the screen, you can also subscribe if you like. Thank you so much. And I'm out this piece. Until next time. Peace. Well, we came to the end of another amazing production. But we out this piece. Until next time. Make sure you like if you liked any part of this video. And definitely comment down below so I can know what you think about what we discussed here on today. Feel free to share if you feel like you want to let somebody else know the tea or the allegedly. Yeah. And join the fam bam, because you know you lit. And we like you up in this bit permanently. And subscribe, because you such a motherfucking vibe. We out.